Hey guys, Shannon with iHeartRadio Canada. Here with Stephen Sanchez.
Hey.
Hi. We were just talking holiday music.
Oh, yeah.
You have a holiday song.
I got one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Why Silver Bells?
I love that song.
It's a good one.
That is my number one favorite Christmas song. It just is so sweet. It's the Dean Martin version. It's just great. I love that song.
Do you have a lot of fans that are just like demanding more holiday music from you? Because you do have that like vibe.
Yeah, I guess with the 50s, 60s thing from the new record, it kind of falls in place to, we would really like to hear Christmas songs, which were like very popular back then. I feel like they've, there's been moments like now, like artists from today that, have released Christmas songs that have done extremely well. But I feel like for the most part, it's like the 50s and the 60s was like Christmas vibes. So, I don't know. I guess a lot of that.
It is wild that there's like, I feel like people do try to come up with their own holiday songs, but that nothing is ever as like classic or like sticks as much as that.
Totally.
Time and
Totally. Yeah. And it's still really good though. Love Christmas. It's
totally.
Yeah.
You're here in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
We're so glad to have you.
Thanks.
You're coming off doing 2 shows in Nashville.
Holy cow.
Which that's got to feel like a hometown show, right?
It was pretty much a hometown show. Yeah. I mean, I feel like all the friends that I've been close with, the guys in the band, they're all Nashville guys, and my family lives there now, and so it's very much a hometown show. All the people I work with are there, so and it was such a dream in the waiting to like play at the Ryman, and that's such a historic venue for all of us, and sentimental in the fact that we've been there, we've seen our heroes play there. Like on every wall of that venue, there's posters of every artist that has ever stepped on that stage, and the fact that we got to sign posters and like they printed posters for us to hang up on the wall at the Ryman is, every time I think about it, just like, this is awesome. It's very cool. It's very, very cool, and it's nice.
Right. So, I feel like you've had so many big moments like that over the past while. Is it easy for you to like let that soak in? Or does it kind of just pass you? How does it feel?
I think for some stuff it can be hard because like, if there's a lot of really wonderful things to like celebrate, happening all at once, it's kind of hard to sit in one thing long enough to like really process and enjoy it before you're moving on to the next thing. And I think with this it was different because we were playing shows that obviously meant a lot to us. Like we played 2 nights at the Wiltern, which was a tremendous deal for us, and I think playing shows in between that like we loved and enjoyed, but didn't really have any venue like like memories from those venues and stuff. I think it was just a different ballpark for us to play at the Ryman, where we've gone to shows and like we've seen our heroes there, and our friends and us have gone there and dreamed about playing there and imagined it. And so it feels like for that it was something that we could really process and enjoy fully. So that was nice.
Totally. How has this tour been so far, and how has it been compared to last time you were on the road?
It's been wonderful. Honestly, I am so in love with this record. It's something that I'm just so passionate about and excited about, and it's music that I love singing and playing every night, which is unique for me because, when we did the first tour and we came to Toronto for the first time, we were playing songs from, 2 EPs that, were released forever ago before we started touring. And so I'd been sitting with these songs. I'd written these songs 3 years ago, like all of that. And so there wasn't anything fresh about it for me other than playing out on the road and experiencing the freshness of fans enjoying that music. But I think it's a totally different ballpark for me to also be experiencing this record for the first time, really, and then for fans to be experiencing it for the first time, really. And then it feels like we get to enjoy it together for the first time, and that's really exciting. And I love that.
Yeah, your fans go crazy too.
Yeah,
it's just like
nuts.
the tears that stream down their face when they see you perform. It's crazy.
It's like, it's a lot. I don't feel that cool at all. I feel like I'm very Joe Schmo. All the guys and I would all collectively agree on that one thing, that we're all very like, we play the show and like we love doing that, but we want to like go home and like be with our family and like our friends and the people that love us, and we don't really take a lot of the glory in. And so to have like some girl like shaking and screaming and crying, like, and then I like point at her and she like falls behind the bars or whatever, that's just a lot. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like that Elvis effect.
I guess so. I
yeah.
don't know.
That being said, what do you think it is that like keeps you so humble and so grounded?
faith is a huge thing for the guys and I. It's something that, you know, we are very passionate about in our own lives. And, you know, it's something that also reminds us that the glory that we receive every night on stage and all the things that we get to do and the people we get to meet, like, it is very much a service. Like, we are getting the opportunity to serve people. And it's actually not about the boys and I at all. It's about the fact that, you know, we get to soundtrack the stories that people are bringing in with the music that has been written. And that's something that we feel like we get to be a part of, rather than something that, you know, all the fans get to be a part of what we're doing. But really, it's like, no, we get to be a part of, like, what's happening with them. And that feels really special. And so it feels like we can kind of take the weight of, like, we're famous, you know, off our shoulders, because we don't feel that way. And, like, we don't feel like we're any more of a big deal than anybody else. So that feels nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that. That's
Thanks.
so sweet. A lot of people comment on the fact that you're just like wise beyond your years, or you're an old soul.
Oh, that's nice.
Who do you get advice from? Like, who do you talk to?
Oh man. My parents and my manager are actually really great advice givers. And I mean, obviously my parents and I are very close, but almost in the same way, like, my manager and I, we know each other very well. And he knows me very well. And it's just, I don't know, sometimes you just meet people that, you know, you feel like you can just easily look up to and want to, like, embody some of the qualities that they, you know, share to you, and you want to be able to, like, bring that and share that to others. And I feel that a lot with my parents and with my manager, who's also my friend, which is nice.
Yeah,
so.
that's so nice. Do you feel different now that you're 21?
It just feels right, you know. I just feel like old sometimes, which, you know, when we were doing this, like, at 19 and stuff, and things were going well, it was like, okay, I feel like way out of my league here. And I think being 21, it's like, cool, like, I can, like, go for a drink and like hang out and feel like I can hang out with the adults in my life that I already hang out with all the time, but I can actually go do adult things, like go to a bar, which I guess is, like, the only adult hangout thing you can do.
Yeah,
really.
which is loud. Here it's 19.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's so odd.
Yeah,
Why is it 19 specifically?
I don't know. It's like 18 in some provinces and 19 in others, which 21 feels so old.
That's
so, like,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, 21. That is pretty old.
Like, you can do everything else except for drink by the time you're 21.
Yeah, can you rent a car here at 21?
I think so. Can you rent a car? Yeah. Can you not rent a car at 21?
Can't rent a car some places in the States.
Oh, it's like 25 or something.
It's 25. Yeah, which is crazy.
That's wild.
It's wild.
Do you know what the #1 song was on the chart when you were born?
Oh my gosh. I have no idea.
It's Lose Yourself by Eminem. That's a good one.
That is unbelievable. That song came out that long ago?
Yeah.
2002 it came out.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Right.
That's a great song.
#1 on the chart the day you were
Love
born.
that. Why didn't he release a Christmas song?
Maybe he should.
Maybe he should.
He dated Mariah Carey at one point, so maybe they can start some beef.
That's wild.
That could be a whole thing.
It's crazy.
Right there. That's crazy. Okay, I want to talk about the whole, like, Troubadour Sanchez storyline thing. Because do you have a vision of this, like, turning into a full-length film one day? Because I think that it should be.
Sure. I mean, I think I was definitely trying to, you know, before we were called out to go on the road, like, we were trying to do that through visualizers and, you know, some short music videos and stuff. And I think we kind of captured, like, what it could look like if it was a movie, which felt exciting. And I feel satisfied in that way. So, like, if we never made a movie,
right,
like, that's just enough for me creatively. But also, it would be really exciting to, like, deep dive into the lore with Evangeline and the Troubadour, and how Hunter finds out about their secret love affair, and, you know, all that stuff, you know, backstories, you know, very Tarantino style, like jumping from the front of the film to the very back of the film to the middle of the film. You know, that could be cool. So
yeah, I think it's like, it's just the beginning. It needs to be, we need more of it. So let's make it happen. Yeah. Would you ever be interested in, like, acting or pursuing anything?
Sure.
Film directing, all of that stuff?
There's definitely parts of me that want to, you know, I'm enjoying it. I think I'm going to carry it into the future of every record that we make, is that it's more fun for me to write stories and characters and be able to, like, shape their direction and their end and their, you know, beginning and all that, rather than writing stories about my own life, because I feel like I'm like someone who's very in my head all the time. Like, I live in my head a lot of the time. Like, I process everything internally, and then, you know, kind of express that, you know, through music and, you know, just long-winded talking, I think, as well. And I think for me, like, to make a record that would be about myself only would be really hard, because then I'd just be like living internally with it and then living it externally, which is like a lot. It's just so much. And so I think it's been easier for me to just utilize like experiences I've had, but then put them on other characters and like other things that just don't exist, which is nice. And I like that. So probably do that, and then do like some visually acting stuff with that.
Yeah, I think that's really smart, because I do think a lot of people just put their full selves out there too, and that can be like a vulnerable thing too. You got to kind of protect yourself.
I just want to be mysterious sometimes, you know? Let's go.
Are there a lot of things about your life that you do like purposely keep private?
Totally. Yeah. Like I think relationships are a big thing for sure. If there are any. And, you know, oh my gosh, like, I don't know. I feel like I just act the same as I do. Like, I think there's definitely like, if you come and see a Stephen Sanchez show, like, it's definitely like the troubadour, and it's like, oh yeah, baby, like kind of thing. But off stage, it's like, it's just not that. Like, I'm very like,
totally.
So it's nice. It's nice to have some variation, I think. Yeah.
Being the romantic that you are, do you know what your love language is?
Yeah, I love quality time.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big one for me. Like, if I can just spend time with the person that I'm with, that's great. You know, I don't mind if like we're walking around doing stuff and they're clung to my arm. Love that. Love physical touch. That's great. Yeah, I don't know. That's about it.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. I like that. I'm an acts of service person.
Oh,
if you like do things for me to like on my to-do list, I'm like,
I'm big time that. That's how I am like in a relationship. Like, I very much am like, I'll do the dishes. Like, I'll drive. Like, I'll take you to dinner. Like, let me do the thing. Like, I'll cook. Like, it's good.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I like that. That's awesome. Stephen, thanks so much for hanging out.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, it's been nice to get to know you more.
So nice to get to know you.